So Pokemon Crystal is the sequel to Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Came out, I think, 1 or 2 years afterwards, with a host of new Pokemon, 2 new types, and a mostly significant sprite upgrade for all of the Pokemon that appear in this game, and with new movesets. The stories, pretty much, if you've played one Pokemon game, you've pretty much played them all. You start as a wee lad. Yeah, 3 years after. You start as a wee lad, you go over, you get your Pokemons, and then you go beat the crap out of any trainer that looks at you slightly funny. Gameplay, it's a bit better than OG games, and you can pick a female character, you are correct. The main gameplay is largely the same. You use fire on grass types, you use water on fire types, and you use grass types on water types. You know, the usual stuff. And with the addition of Dark and Steel, it adds even more interesting things, like having an actual counter for Psychic types, which did not exist in the first game. Graphics, like I said, notable upgrade from the first gen. Since they're still both on the Game Boy Color, or the Game Boy / Game Boy Color, but mostly Game Boy Color for Crystal and Gold and Silver. The sprite work is significantly better, as I mentioned earlier. The basic story, you also fight Team Rocket because they're back for whatever reason, because I guess they couldn't think of a unique antagonist in this game. Your rival's not too bad either. He's more emo than Gary was from the first game, but that's whatever. He has his own problems. I get it. I understand. Nitpicks and problems I had with Gen 2 specifically. Fuck this game's leveling curve and its story beats. I hate them with a passion of 1,000 suns, and I don't understand why people think this is the best generation. However, I love the aesthetic of Johto. I like the Pokemon. There's almost no Pokemon I dislike in Gen 2. I like the legendaries. I like the dog trio. Entei's my favorite personally. And just the strict upgrades from Gen 1 to Gen 2 are nothing to sneeze at. However, the moment-to-moment thing isn't too bad up until you have to fight the Rockets, which is around Mahogany Town, which, depending on if you decide to go to Mahogany Town first after the 4th gym, then you can either fight the Rockets there, get those taken care of, then go to Olivine and Junk, or you do what most people would probably do and go to Olivine and Cianwood first, and then go to Mahogany, but then you're stuck with Rockets, and then you have to go to Goldenrod, fight more Rockets, and go through all of that stuff, and it's just very slow, it's very dumb, and they're all so underleveled, it's not even funny by the time you get to that point, which I guess could be alleviated if you go there first, and they're about your level, which I can understand wanting to possibly go through and do that instead. And it just sucks, and I hate it. It bothers the hell out of me so much that it just makes me not want to play Gen 2 again. The first time playing it, I loved it. I loved the game. I loved everything about it. I cannot handle it on subsequent playthroughs, which really sucks because, like I said, I like everything else about the game except for that major issue. And the other major issue is the leveling curve, which I will get to a lot more in the sequel because that wasn't fixed. Anyway, the leveling curve is bad, as I mentioned. Lance's Dragonite caps out at like 47 or 50 when you go through the Elite Four, which I get because they want you to do like all of Kanto as well, which thanks to Satoru Iwata, we even got that option. However, if you wanted to change up like your team comp or something like I wanted to when I got there, I forgot. And I realized, wow, these Pokemon are kind of a low level because they didn't really change their levels too much from Red and Blue. So at that point, it's like, why even bother? I don't want to level up more Pokemon from like the low 20s or sub 10s all the way up to the 40s. There's no reason for it. It just takes a whole lot of extra time. And a majority of Kanto is just a glory run through Kanto, just to beat all the gyms, do a couple little minor story bits here and there, and then go fight Red at the end. It's just, while the fight with Red is cool, don't get me wrong, it is one of the penultimate fights in any Pokemon game that we have thus far. But getting there anytime after your first time just sucks, in my opinion. In conclusion, Gen 2 is an excellent addition to the series, with the exception of me never wanting to play it again. I wish I could experience it again for the first time. I really, really do. But unfortunately, it will not happen, and that is okay. And that'll be it. I stream every day on twitch.tv/VolkHighland, where you can get more of me and my hot takes for Pokemon games and other games, or just movies and all that other stuff in general. Twitter's Volk Island, same thing as everything else. All my socials are exactly the same thing. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Okay, that one's done. I gotta slap a marker there so I remember where it ends.